Okay, good evening, everyone. We're continuing with 3 minutes of Tehillim. We are up to Perek Lamed Zayin, Psalm 37. It's a continuation of the theme that we've seen up until now about the difference between the good life, the righteous life, and the life of the wicked. The pasuk I want to begin with is pasuk Gimel. The pasuk says, it's actually an alphabetical acrostics. Batach ba'Hashem ba'asei tov. Trust in Hashem and do good. Shechan eretz u're'ei emunah. Live in the land and remain literally loyal, re'ei emunah. So the Radak translates re'ei emunah to be melamdi Torah, people who teach Torah l'rabim, people who teach the public. Uses a pasuk in Yirmiyahu, v'nasat lechem roim, that re'ei or roim, shepherds, are the biblical word, or symbolically, the ones who teach Torah to people. They shepherd them. I don't know if that's where the Latin phrase pastor comes from. It really is a Latin term, I believe. But right, to pastor the sheep. But I want to then focus on what the advice of David HaMelech is to the teacher of Torah, and I think it's applicable to even those who don't formally teach in a formal role. So the pasuk says, and something we may be familiar with from our davening, moving on to pasuk Chav Gimel, he says, "Me Hashem mitzadei gaver." The steps of man are made firm by Hashem. Konanu v'darko yechfat. When he delights in his ways. This phrase we say, or we use an adaptation of this phrase every single morning in Birkas HaShachar. We say, right? Hashem makes firm our steps. What exactly does this mean, and why is this specifically taught to the Re'ei Emunah, the one who is teaching Torah? So Rav Yaakov Loiberbaum, who is known as the Nesivos for his work, Nesivos HaMishpat on the Shulchan Aruch, he has another sefer, has many Sfarim. One of the Sfarim is the Nachlas Yaakov. In the Nachlas Yaakov al Torah, he writes in Parshas Chayei Sarah, expanding upon this pasuk, and he says, and I quote, "Shekol adam mechuyev lachkor." Everyone has to make every effort in their lives, kol davar al pi ishtadlus enoshi, to make every effort, every human effort possible. Sheyeh yiras Hashem neged panav la'asos ishtadlus al pi yiras Hashem, that a person should do everything they can and put effort into being active in their lives with faith in God. And they shouldn't, be passive and rely upon miracles or some sort of omen or something like that. And he says this is what the pasuk means, that Hashem makes our steps firm. In other words, a person could think that if you're going to be a righteous person, religious person, you should be passive. You should be letting Hashem sort of call the shots. But what the Nachlas Yaakov is telling us is, no, you have to do everything you can to succeed. You have to put every effort forward. And what does it mean to have Yiras Hashem and Ishtadlus at the same time? He says it means to do everything in your power to be successful. It doesn't mean, we think maybe bitachon means to act less. No, bitachon means to act more. Knowing that Hashem has given us certain obligations based on the skill sets, based on the things that we've given, based on the gifts that we have to act. We have to do as much as we can, knowing that Hashem eventually controls the results. But we can't use that as an excuse. And I think this is a lesson for life, not just for those who are teaching Torah publicly or actively, but everyone has their own way of teaching. And then really the whole point of Tehillim is to contrast the righteous life and the life of wickedness. The life of righteousness is the life of action. A righteous person acts. He doesn't wait. He doesn't wait for someone else to do it. He acts knowing that Hashem will control the result, but knowing that he is obligated to put forth his action and put forth those feet, because Hashem eventually is waiting for those feet.